I'll tell you what, guys, I don't remember a more entertaining wild card weekend to kick off the NFL playoffs than the one we just had the past 2 days. 3 of the 4 games going down to the final minute, the lone exception being the Bengals debacle against the Chargers yesterday in Cincinnati. And again yesterday, the San Francisco Green Bay contest proved what I have been saying for 20 some years. Guys, when the number crosses 3, 4, 7, and sometimes 10, it behooves you to go ahead and buy up or down the half point, whether you're betting the favorite or the underdog. I understand there's some out there. Hell, a handicapper here at the site, Trace Adams, absolutely does not believe in doing so. And consequently, he lost yesterday. Hey, and those are the breaks of the games. If you don't believe in doing it, fine. I'm telling you, games I've gambled on, games I've given out as picks, all my years in doing this, it makes perfect financial sense. The only caveat, of course, if you're a guy that's playing every single game on the board, it's a stupid thing to do because you're going to get killed with the juice. But the bottom line is you've got one game you're focusing on, and especially when the line's 3 or 4, why in the world wouldn't you spend the extra 20, even if it's 25 or 30 cents? And the analogy I always use is if you're a baseball bettor, and I realize a lot of you guys, right after the Super Bowl, you take a vacation. Right after March Madness, you take a vacation, and you don't even play baseball. But to me, there is no difference yesterday buying down the half point on San Francisco, buying up the half point on Green Bay, laying a little extra juice on that one game you're betting yesterday, as opposed to betting a 140 favorite in baseball in the middle of August. There is absolutely no difference. So what gets you guys all upset about it? What gets you guys out there that think you know it all suddenly getting on your soapbox saying, oh, it doesn't make any sense? Well, geez, if you're winning the games and the juice extra buy doesn't even come into play, nothing ventured, nothing gained, right? And again, if you're only isolating one game and you're only doing it on certain spots, then why not do it? It just makes financial sense. As I've said repeatedly over the years, buying the half point when that line crosses 3, 4, 7, and sometimes 10 has not only made me more money, but it has saved me more money over the years. And the savings really is the key point here, because consequently, I've been able to turn, potential losses into pushes more than pushes into wins. And hey, I'll take a push any time of the year. Hi guys, Alan Marco here. This, of course, is going to be your Monday video report. We've got this little game out in Pasadena today, the Rose Bowl, Auburn and Alabama. I'm going to break it down for you and give you a totals free selection here in just a moment on the contest. Do you realize the college football season kicked off August 29th? August 29th. This is the time of year, I look back and I go, God, what have I done the past 4.5 months? I've handicapped way too many football games. I've watched way too much football, and I've lived my life in front of this computer screen. And by the way, I got to do it for the next 2.5 months was March Madness kicks in. But it's been a long season. We've got a good game here, I think, on tap tonight. We've got a huge number, both in the total and the side, so we'll talk about that in a moment. As for yesterday's games, well, Shawn Michaels won again. I mean, do you expect me to say anything different? Shawn Michaels yesterday completes the 2-0 wild card weekend sweep. 100-dime winner yesterday with the 49ers. 100-dime winner on the Saints on Saturday. Naturally, he told you to buy the half point down on San Francisco yesterday, which assured you of the win. And today he's going for winning day number 80 out of 116. That's over a 7-month period, guys, in which he has gone 79, 36, and 2 with the selections. That's 117 plays. And with those plays over the past 7 months, $10 bettors have won $29,490. That's wins minus losses minus the juice. Some people out there said, oh, yeah, but hey, you had to buy the picks. Shawn has never raised his price on any of these 109 plays he's had over the past 7 months. What you see today's price is, that's been the maximum price. Never. You realize if Shawn was in the 800 Handicapper business with a bunch of jerk-off salespeople trying to beat you out and hustle you for every dollar you ever made and the dollars you haven't even made in the future? Do you realize with that type of run, 79, 36, and 2, with that type of profit, making a $10 better over $29,000 in a 7-month period? Oh, easily these guys would be charging, starting just to get into the ball game, just to get into the room, easily charging you $500. If you're a small player, $1,000 and up. And then as you're winning, oh my God, they are just raping you left and right. And that's why 800 services, man. You hear these guys, the dinosaurs that are still in the 800 business. Oh, it's going great. It's going well. We're still making a lot of money. They don't really have to have a lot of customers because they just need to have a pocket full of customers in order to rip them off. Because when you're robbing guys of a couple of $1,000s for a game or a couple of $1,000s for a weekend, how many customers do you really need? That's the secret to their success. Anyway, Sean did it again yesterday. Surprise, surprise, has his 100-dime title game line error lock of the year tonight on the Auburn, Florida State side. He is 14-3 this season with college football 100-dime side selections. Just gave you Missouri outright over Oklahoma State on Friday. Gave South Carolina outright over Wisconsin on Wednesday. This play is just as strong as his winners on the Saints, an underdog winning outright at Philadelphia on Saturday. Of course, the 49ers just barely getting the cover yesterday at Green Bay. 46-20 with NFL 100-dimers over the past 4+ seasons, and this play is every bit as strong as all of them. So that's what Shawn Michaels has going for himself today. Craig Davis. Did he lose a 100-dime play yesterday on the Bengals after cashing in with consecutive 100-dime plays the past 2 Sundays in the NFL? Yes, he did. But he's still going for winning day number 25 out of 37 with his biggest bowl release, 75-dime winner number 2 in a row. Your side tonight. His only other 75-dime release was on New Year's morning when he took North Texas in a rout of UNLV on New Year's Day. And $10 bettors up a little over $4,300 over the past 5 weeks following him. Also, I want to tell you that, let's see, Shawn Michaels, just made a little note here for myself before I started the video. Shawn Michaels and Craig Davis are actually on different sides of the game tonight. Michaels and Davis on opposite sides. Another guy I want to tell you about, and let me just look, it is Trace Adams, who normally a 1,000-star play is his top-rated selection. And then, of course, he has those raise the bar 1,500-star releases. Today, 2,000-star double your wager winner, number 3 in a row, Auburn, Florida State. His previous 2 2,000-star double your wager winners, Missouri over Oklahoma State on, Friday night, and North Texas over UNLV as well. Trace and Shawn are on the same side tonight. So you got Craig Davis on this side, you got Trace and Shawn on this side. So guys, I tell you this because if you have a package with one of these guys, or if you buy one, there's no need to get the other. You now have more or less a consensus or anti-consensus because I just told you what the deal was. Also today, Jeff Benton, want to talk about him briefly. Yesterday you got a 75-dime wild card winner with the 49ers and Packers staying under the total. You got that play for just $9 today. 75-dime winner number 24 out of 37, your Florida State Auburn total. You can save $90 in the process simply by using coupon code Jeff90. Jeff90. Let's talk about this particular game tonight. Listen, first thing I want to say to you, if you're in Auburn tonight, you're getting 10.5 points. Of course, you also have to acknowledge the fact that this is a Florida State team that has won every single game this year by at least 14 points. That has won 13 of those games by 27 points. So I don't want to be like Debbie Downer, but I thought it was at least my obligation to point that out to you here this evening. But listen, bottom line is this. This game is all going to come down to whether Florida State's athleticism and the talent that they have on defense is going to be able to contain. They're not going to be able to stop, contain Auburn's read option attack. And when you got Mason and Nick Marshall back there, you saw what happened against Missouri, 545 yards. Are the Tigers going to go for 545 tonight against the Seminoles? I don't think so. Is Florida State going to be able to absolutely dominate this Auburn defense that gave up points in bushels this season? They might be. But the bottom line, I'm looking at the total in this game. Forget about the spread here. 68.5 points? Why? Why isn't it higher? You had 100 points scored in the Duke Texas A&M game, okay? And the total was 75. You had 94 points scored when Baylor took on Central Florida. You had, 76 points scored in the Alabama-Oklahoma game, and the total in that game was only 51. How can this price not be 75 or 77? Seriously, how can it not be that high? Florida State definitely has what it needs to have on offense to put points on the board against Auburn. We've seen this Auburn defense repeatedly be giving up points in bushels, as I've said throughout this season. One of the problems is the Auburn offense scores so quickly, the Auburn defense is on the field so often. Okay. At the same time, Florida State is not going to be able to come right in here, I think, and immediately be able to contain that Auburn ground game. Yeah, people will say, oh, they had the extra weeks of preparation. That's almost like when people say, hey, they had the extra preparation to prepare for Navy's triple option attack, or, the Air Force wishbone and something along those lines. Really? How does that work out for opponents? And, Auburn is a little better than Navy and the likes of Georgia Tech and Air Force. I just think that you're going to have a hell of an entertaining game here tonight. I think that 68 is a joke. I think it should be 75. It should be 78. The wind's coming through my window right now, and I have a picture here. So I got to end this video report quickly, because otherwise you're going to hear a big smash, and I'm going to be very upset when that picture hits the ground. So anyway, I'm going to go with the over in this particular contest. In terms of the side selection, well, hell, I got a 15-dime play on it, but hey, Shawn Michaels, Trace Adams, Craig Davis, I told you what the big guys, or the guys that are hot here at the moment, have going on tonight's game. Best of luck to you. Keep this in mind. Pitchers and catchers report in about 6 weeks to Florida. So we'll be talking baseball again soon. Take it easy, guys, and I will catch you again on Tuesday when we re-rack and do this one more time.